could be the final play of the first quarter.
Amari Cooper is so subtle coming off the line of scrimmage. That little slow dead leg, and then he sticks that foot in the ground, creates separation.
All right. I think we're streaming now. I think we finally got through these problems. Chat, let me know if y'all can see and hear me.
Clicking early. They have a 7-3 lead on CBS.
New customers get our best deals on all smartphones.
That's right, but what if I'm already a customer? Oh, no problem. Hey, Cam. Same deal.
Yep. All right. Q's alive. Q is alive. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Hey, but what about for existing customers?
Hey.
Is he okay?
It's not complicated. With AT&T, new and existing customers get our best deals on every smartphone.
All right. Y'all can see me. Cool. Yes, // I was running late, / I ran into issues with the stream too. So just a combination of things. It just wasn't going my way. Apologies for being late. Browns are up 7-3 with the chance to go up and score more. We'll see. They look good early on. I don't want y'all to blame me if the Browns blow this lead for showing up late. I don't want y'all to blame me. Yeah. Yeah, I went to the Bills Stadium by accident. That's what we're going to roll with. That's hilarious. Meow, meow. So.
Wings. Yes. Boneless wings on pizza. TVs. Wings on pizza. Sauce. Rent. Wings on pizza. Wings. Pizza. Pizza. Wings. Wings. Beer. And now.
Yeah, I took a nap. Thinking, okay, well, I got like a couple hours before the game starts. So I took a nap. And then I woke up and it was 1:10. And then I started to panic. I tried to put together the stream because I didn't set up before last night because I didn't do anything last night. So I assumed I'd be able to wake up on time. And I did. I woke up early and everything. And just that nap demon caught me.
AT&T 5G.
That nap demon caught me.
Secure.
Be careful with them naps, man. Be careful with them naps. One of them, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Injury update for Sean McDermott's defense. AJ Epinesa has his left ankle all taped up, and his return is questionable. Brissett 8 out of 9 for 102 yards and a touchdown in the opening quarter. He runs to the bottom of your screen.
Fred Hines says, all right, bro, you had us worried for a minute. My apologies. And Browns immediately lose 4 yards on a run play. This is my fault.
When you go to the Wildcat, at about 95%, it takes the pass out of it. We saw Derrick Henry take a hand up a couple weeks ago to a jet pass. But most of the time, the Wildcat is a run-oriented.
Appreciate you checking on me, Fred.
Shoot those gaps, get after the guy who's receiving that snap.
Milano already has 5 tackles today. Bills very good red zone defense. Number 3 in the NFL, trying to limit Cleveland to a field goal. 2nd and goal.
Oh, Harrison. Just a little bit high there by Brissett, but he was open. He should catch that.
Bryant caught a touchdown last week in the game against Miami.
Oh, Harrison.
That ball just right on the fingertips. So Bryant, catchable ball, yes. Tough catch, yes.
It's a tough catch, though.
And now 3rd and goal for Cleveland with the ball at the 14.
Njoku and Cooper both on the left side, so 2 of the more dynamic pass catchers lined up on the left.
Cooper matched up with Dane Jackson. Brissett to the end zone.
Oh,
Pharaoh Brown
2 good plays. Just couldn't get them in.
It's 4th down. Out comes the kicker, Cade York.
down, you go to the Wildcats, you have a loss of yardage, and now you're throwing balls that are right off the fingertips of your tight end.
Brother Carrier, good morning. LOL. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. Thank you, Aggie Fury.
Those are two very catchable passes to the tight ends, Bryant and Brown, on back-to-back plays, and neither one could bring him in. So instead, it's York for a 32-yard field goal.
All right, Cade, make the field go.
And Cade York, the rookie, is good. So the Browns.
Let me get some water.
Quarter to take a 7-point lead on CBS.
Who's on it with Jardians?
Free. Jump. We're the ones getting it done.
We're managing type 2 diabetes.
Join a growing number of people who are on it with the once daily pill, Jardians. Jardians not only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death.
Dave Miner says, this is why you always set an alarm, because you never know.
And Jardian.
Nah, see, this problem with the alarm wasn't that it wasn't set. It was set. I woke up on the alarm when the alarm woke me up. But that snooze button way too accessible, right? Like apparently I'll be hitting the snooze button. You know what I mean? They make it too easy to hit while you half awake. So you just hit the snooze button and your sleep brain justifies it. The alarm's biggest flaw was building in the snooze button. Like, whose ideal was that? Hey, dog, we're going to build this thing to make sure you wake up on time, but we're also going to put in this button that guarantees that if you don't want to wake up on time, you don't. Whose idea? I need to talk to that person. Put the damn snooze button in. It's a terrible idea. Should have never invented the snooze button. So many people have lost their job, have been late to things because of the snooze button. I'm anti-snooze button. Do they make no snooze alarms out there? Let me know. Put them in the chat. Well, don't link in chat. You know what I mean? That's the problem. They let you have these snooze buttons. Yeah, man, the tight ends ain't catching the ball. It's whatever. Chris says, why are the Browns bad in the red zone? They're not bad in the red zone. It's not even a true fact. They're one of the better red zone offenses, especially considering that they don't have their quarterback. Like, I think they're top 14, so better half of the league. I mean, that's simply just like, yeah, they're not a bad red zone team, man.
To go first half, and the Browns have a 10-3 lead. Naheem Hines already has a 32-yard kick return and a 28-yard.
Yeah, I mean, the throws could have been better, sure, but like catchable balls nonetheless.
Hines from the 7. Reverse field, cuts it up at the 25, and another nice return by Hines for 23 yards. Though we mentioned in the open that we didn't pack appropriately for this trip, we thought we'd be outside. All of us went to Buffalo Thursday, but you and Amanda probably had it worse than anybody else, as you were both coming from San Diego and you had a layover in Detroit.
And I mean, as we're taking off,
From Detroit to Buffalo.
The wheels were just up. Got a text message that said the game has been changed to Detroit. We're going, if we had known 2 minutes earlier, we could have gotten off the plane.
We told that story to Brandon Bean last night. He said that's like when you're on a roller coaster and you want to get off the ride, except you and Amanda.
There you go, good tackle there, Taki Taki.
We all went to Buffalo Thursday and
Defense for what I've seen.
you know, you made it back to Detroit.
I've seen all the possessions for the defense. I didn't see that first possession for the offense. Yeah, defensively, they've been good. You have to get an alarm out of arm reach. Then you, yeah, look, I've tried all the solutions.
For the elements and nothing for inside in terms of our close. 2nd down and 10 for the Bills. Allen to the air. He was looking deep, now underneath. Caught by Dawson Knox.
All right, 3rd and 8.
Lusu Koromoa, who's back in the lineup after missing 2 games.
3rd and 8, y'all.
He makes the catch. CBS
Michael Rivovich says, need one of those alarms that rolls away from you. That's a thing? That's a thing? They do that now? I didn't know they did that now. I know they got the alarms that you can put underneath all 4 bases of your bed and it'll shake you. I didn't know they did that though. Got him. Got him. Myles Garrett.
A loss of 6, and for Garrett, he now has 8.5 sacks on the year.
So if you're sitting in your living room,
He just smoked Deion Dawkins. Oh my goodness.
quarterback down too hard. Well, you got to remember, Josh Allen, if you just grab him a little bit, he's going to run out of that. So Myles Garrett had to make sure he had him, took him to the ground. Myles Garrett is a sacking machine.
These types of things make the Browns the Browns. CTG Cement. I don't know what you're referring to.
And now we await the penalty call. A 52-yard punt by Sam Martin.
During the kick, holding against the return team, number 33.
How did we return that? How do we hold that fast? How do we hold that fast? Ronnie Harrison is terrible, dog. Just straight terrible. How do you hold that quickly? That quickly. Like the ball wasn't even returned and the brother held. Held.
How about cherry ice cream? You know what I need? Bath bombs. Bombs away!
Incredible, man. Incredible.
And a new charger. I can never find these things. And I gotta get flowers for mommy. And a little something for me. Can I get a rose?
That man held right at the punt. Like, what are you holding at that point? It's a gunner. He's probably on the gunner, right? Just push him. Why are you holding? Sly says, how do you hold before he even punts? I don't even understand how you hold in that situation because it's like, yo, if he gets through, then just Peoples-Jones gonna fair catch it, right? What are we doing here, man?
I want to be quarterback.
Ronnie, what are you doing, buddy?
Not later. Now. I want to own the pocket, make the plays, drop dimes to my receivers. I want to feel 80,000 fans on my shoulders as I carry them.
Ray Rag says his defense tackling extremely well so far. So far. So far.
Rated E for everyone.
They keep doing this with video games like, oh man, you know it's going to be the next big thing in video games is virtual reality. It's too much work. Like, I don't think that people understand that about video games. Nobody wants to do that much work. Freddie Swift, special teams, bruh. Yeah, it is what it is. They suck. But I don't think people understand that about, like, video games. It's like, you're not about to make it bigger if you make it harder to play. They're already hard to play, right? Like, video games aren't easy. It's not easy to play these goddamn games. These games are hard. Let me move the alerts away from my face. You know what I mean? Like, these games are already difficult. And you out here trying to make how to control it more difficult. Think everybody gonna get on that. Humble Hands TV says with $2 super chat, appreciate you. Imagine trying to play Call of Duty in virtual reality. It'd be terrible. Like, auto aim can't nerf me to the point to where I'm reasonable. Now I gotta actually use my actual resources, reflexes. My reflexes is trash. Well, my reflexes aren't bad. But what if your ability to be good in Madden was based on your speed in real life? Why would you play Madden? Ray Rag says, our special teams are absolutely doggish today. They're the only reason the Bills even have 3 points. Coverage is so bad. Yeah. Good run, Kareem.
As I watched that second down play, the one thing that I noticed is that the Buffalo Bills really crowded the line of scrimmage to try and stop the run. That just signals play action to be somewhere.
David Miner says alarms didn't have snoozing in the good old days. In the good old days, what did they have to wake you? Yes, they did. Even the little clock alarms, the mechanical ones they used in the 1800s when you was born, they had them. You know what I mean? Ooh, boot. Got him. Every alarm ever built has a snooze because people are lazy. You know what I mean? People are naturally lazy. And the first thing we thought about when we invented this thing that can wake you up at any given time was, how do we turn it off quickly? That's the first thing how do we get 5 more minutes of sleep? Before we rolled out the alarm, we were rolling out reasons to shut it off. Every alarm. That is human nature right there. If you've ever wondered how human nature works, that's how it works. Just look at the alarm. Just look at the alarm. We built this thing to wake us up at a specific time, and before we rolled it out, we built a kill switch to give us 5 more minutes of sleep. That's how much fun it is to be asleep. We don't do that for nothing else. Ain't no snooze for a timer, right? You set a timer's 10 minutes, it go off in 10 minutes, and then you got to turn it up. Ain't no snooze. Ain't no, hey, man, wait, set this timer to go off 5 more minutes. No, but a wake-up alarm? Yes. Good run, Reem. Hey, Quincy, glad you're back. Was sort of worried for you. Just wanted to let you know it's -3 Celsius in Detroit today. I even gave you a break because I said you was Canadian, and I said Canadian people can say Celsius, but now you're definitely doing it on purpose. Now you're definitely doing it on purpose. All right. They running the ball today. My goodness.
Browns tend to go 2 series on with Chubb and then 1 with Kareem Hunt.
DJ Knight says, hey, Quincy, thanks for being such a great detailed content creator for the Dogs. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, DJ. 2nd and 3 here. Oh, Jacoby. Fuck. What happened? What happened, dog?
It looks like Brissett is trying to pull out and go to his left. And when he does that, that ball just doesn't get up and reach him.
Never had it cleanly, and a turnover by the Browns.
What we talking about? Snooze buttons? Yes, Fred. We talking about snooze buttons, man. We talking about snooze buttons. Because it makes no sense for us to build in the snooze button. Unless the person invented it was like, hey, man, we need a kill switch on this. This is too dangerous. BOKC says, Q got that Perion alarm clock. Look. Y'all going to leave Perion out of this, man. Leave that man out of this. Yeah, that was on the center. That's what happens when your center's hurt and you're playing the guard there. Not easy to snap the ball and block somebody. Oh, man. Give me 1 second, y'all. They keep shooting themselves, man. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, like, that's an honest mistake. I'm not really upset about that. That's a dude who's never played center before giving a bad snap. Can I realistically be like, you should snap the ball perfectly when the brother plays guard and tackle all the time? Well, not brother, but young man plays guard and tackle all the time. I'm going to give him a break on that one. Do I like the result? No. Do I understand how these things happen? Yeah. Is that out of the Browns' control? Pretty much. Pretty much. So, no. Not about to jump down Yodi Freeholt's throat just because he had a bad snap when he don't snap the ball that much. It is what it is. Hopefully the defense can show up, stop him, and then we get the ball back and get it right in the position. It was a good drive, though. It was a good drive. Like how the offense is able to move the ball against the Bills. And I think that means something going forward. Ken Dorsey.
CBS is sponsored by Macy's. Give love, give style. Hyundai, it's your journey. And by Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
First down and 10 after the turnover, and Allen throws it away as he is shoved to the turf. Myles Garrett in the backfield again, and it's second down and 10. We saw pictures coming out of commercial. Both offensive coordinators today, Alex Van Pelt and Ken Dorsey, played quarterback for the other team in their playing career. Van Pelt also Bill's assistant coach.
They left Myles hanging. That's messed up. Sly says people gonna find a way to blame Stefanski for that snap. Look, man.
Career touchdown passes, Ken Dorsey. 16 to 8.
That's a deep dive.
Took me
Second and 10 here. Ooh, Myles off the edge. They quick throwing. All right, so the pressure has already affected their game plan. They are going to these quick throws.
You know, you alluded
And they don't
to it
do that
a little
often.
bit. A team that did not practice on Wednesday. Practice was on Thursday only. Friday canceled, and then a walkthrough on Saturday. So just a little bit off. And I think for the Bills, they were so glad to get here. They thought the high flying, this offense could really take off inside in ideal conditions. Just hasn't been clicking yet.
Trying to get a first down for the first time today. Third and 10. Allen to Knox. Makes the catch at midfield.
Oh, come on, man. What a terrible tackle.
First down. First one today for Buffalo. And Dawson Knox doing a great job after the catch for 12 yards.
And I'm watching the pass rush, and that time it was a dedicated 5-man rush to try and get after Josh Allen with a defensive back coming.
Dope it,
who has the
man.
speed to match him. A lot of Browns on the field right now.
Bills going quickly. Flag is down. This looks to be a free play for Buffalo. Allen directing traffic. Throws across his body. Incomplete. But I think
It's
you're
a free
right.
play.
The Bills went quick, and the Browns did not get
Yeah.
off the field.
Can you snap it that fast, though, again, in the NFL? Like, they got to have the opportunity to substitute out. Might be on Buffalo. That's what they're conferring about.
Today's crew led by Adrian Hill. Cleveland called for the 9th most penalties in the NFL this year, averaging better than 6 per game.
You know, I think
Myles got off the field.
They left early, though, as the tight end, so these two penalties could cancel each other out. Because there's one flag that was dropped at the line of scrimmage.
And the fans here in Detroit getting restless, waiting for a call. Looks like we have a verdict.
All right, there were 2 calls on the play. Illegal shift against the offense. The left tackle never came set. All 11 players were not set before the play. There were 12 men on defense. Those penalties were offset.
All right, so we just get first down again.
First out.
Cool.
So the Bills weren't set, and the penalty's offset.
I think if you're playing left tackle and you see 12 guys over, it makes you nervous. I'd be afraid to get sent.
Well, the left tackle is Deion Dawkins, and from what we can gather, he had the toughest time of any of the Bills getting to the facility yesterday. He was one of the guys that arrived late. It took 90 minutes for the PR director, Derek Boyko, to try to get close to Deion's house, and then Deion had to walk a quarter of a mile through the snow to get into Derek's car. First and 10, here's
And first bad run defense of the day. First bad run fit of the day.
Because Josh Allen is such a big part of the Bills.
Yeah, it happens.
The running backs always get diminished a little bit.
Ooh,
But you
man.
watch James Cook, a rookie coming in, playing really well, doing some things. You tried to throw him a ball in a couple of situations earlier, but that time you give it to him, and he sees the hole up the middle, and you see that acceleration that he possesses.
Longest play of the day for Buffalo. First and 10 from the 25. McKenzie in motion. Hand off to Singletary.
Oh boy, don't start a trend. Don't start a trend here.
Defenders down to the 16-yard line. Taki on the tackle, and there's an injured Brown.
Oh no, not MJ.
Martin Emerson.
Looked like he hurt his hand.
Rookie out of Mississippi State, who is getting the start today at corner for the injured Greg Newsome. So that's a position Cleveland.
And we have to put Greedy out there.
Today, and now some concerns for Emerson.
Is Winovich playing? I mean, does he play regularly?
Second quarter, we're back after this.
Probably. He's active. I'm thinking so.
And now you can too, by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
T-Mobile won't raise the price of your talk, text, and data.
Come on, first aid.
Yeah, let's go! On a trip. Book with Priceline. You save more so you can woo more. Woo.
Ooh.
Feel the savings. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
Enjoying a little me time. That's my way to play. Nintendo Switch.
And fumble might haunt us, fumble might not. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They could score here, the Browns could score back, and the fumble means nothing. Or they could get a field goal here, and then we think about the fumble less. Have no idea. Got to stop the run, though. Can't let the run game get going. Run game gets going on this defense, that's a cheat code. They just got a show called FBI now. Hey, what you watching this Sunday? FBI? Okay.
We met with Sean McDermott last night at the Bills Hotel. They got to their hotel in Detroit about 7:20 last night. And McDermott said, look, the two biggest keys for us in this game, third down defense and red zone offense. We know what happened in the red zone last week against Minnesota.
How to Live says Bills started being smart, just started running. We'll see. They really don't like doing it. Holding. It's coming back.
Flag down and down late also.
And the Bills are walking back toward the original line of scrimmage.
Holding offense. Over 40.
There we go.
10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That's on the fullback, Reggie Gilliam, and a big penalty against Buffalo.
You're going to see that turning, twisting motion. Once once that happens and that defender goes to the ground, you kind of get your hands off him. You want that initial punch, hands inside, but once you keep those hands inside and he starts to twist away from you, you got to let him go.
So instead of having it at the 1st and goal, it's 1st and 19. Allen had trouble getting
There we go. 2nd and 19.
Allen never got his hand comfortably on that football before the pass.
Stop trying to fight her.
Met with Josh last night. He said the right elbow injury that he suffered against the Jets, feeling a lot better this week than it did last week before the Minnesota game. He told us the only time he really feels it is on a sidearm pass. That's when he feels a little bit of pressure.
Kind of like you're playing shortstop and getting that ball over the first base. Because when he's throwing over the top, he's just fine. But when he has to drop that arm angle down, a little dicey.
Cooking and running back. He takes the handoff.
Get to the edge. There you go. 3rd and long.
First to hit him, it's 3rd down.
So if you're Josh Allen, this 3rd down, you're either thinking end zone, because you've got to try and get that ball toward the end zone, or throw the ball away.
So 3rd and 14.
Because right now you're not thinking, oh, I got 13 yards for the 1st down, I'm throwing a 12-yard pass. You're really thinking, can we get the ball in the end zone? Where are they set up? Because the Browns really should put those safeties right along that goal line with their initial drop.
They got Chase Winovich and Myles Garrett on the same side. So Myles Garrett and Clowney on the same side. All right, force the field goal. Good shit. Good shit. All right. Ain't got to hear about the fumble snap the rest of the game.
And now Bass comes out for another field goal attempt.
That miss by Josh Allen is a little bit of a head scratcher. You don't know, is he overthinking things? Just not letting the ball go. You can see a little frustration there coming to the sideline, knowing that they burned an opportunity to get 7 points and that's to settle for a 3-point attempt.
36-yard attempt for Tyler Bass, 3rd-year man out of Georgia Southern.
All right. All right. All right, that's good. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Man, look, hey, stop with that shit. He said that in the chat. I have to call you out.
Different first treatment. Immunotherapies work with your immune system to attack cancer, but Opdivo plus Yervoy is the first combination of 2
I lost it.
immunotherapies
Never
for
mind.
adults newly diagnosed with non-small
No
cell
stun
lung
lock.
cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy is not chemotherapy. It works differently. It helps your immune system fight cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe.
No stun lock. All right, cool.
See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain.
Let me check on these wings. How many of y'all use air fryers in chat? Because I'm learning all the cheat codes with the air fryer, man. Sly says, I don't get why we don't get this defense all year. Here's the thing, man. This defense's problem is that they don't match up well against what most of the league runs, right? Which is that the same, ironically enough, the same thing the Browns run, right? When teams run a lot of that misdirection, we not good at that. When teams don't run that misdirection, we all right. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's not that Joe Woods, to answer your question, Sammy Football, does just enough every other week to keep his job. He doesn't. He's not keeping his job. It's that some weeks are better matchups for the defense than the others. Now, the question is, should this defense be so susceptible to matchups that they look like a completely different defense every other week? No. That's ultimately why Joe Woods will be fired. But the reason this defense looks different is because of the matchup, right? Last week, Mike McDaniel put all the misdirection plays he had, emptied them out, and ran them, and they worked like butter. against the Browns. The Bills don't have that many misdirection plays. So they're not going to work like butter. And they didn't have a practice week to implement some of the misdirection plays that Mike McDaniel did. So now they're in a little bit of a bind where they just have to run what they run. And what they normally run is some pretty basic runs. Don't.
Take a look at this interaction between Stephon Diggs and Sean McDermott. We told you that Diggs is still yet to be targeted. And
high energy, very competitive, a guy who wants to win, and he feels like his team. Let's kind of get this going. I want to be part of this, and so this frustration, heart-to-heart conversation, those things have to be done sometimes. It's much better than somebody coming to the sideline, throwing everything that's available into the ground and into the stand. So Stephon Diggs trying to control his emotions right there.
Wouldn't be shocked if they go to him on first down next time they have the football. As Chubb is
Yodi.
Tim Settle in his first year with the Bills makes the play. Shaq Lawson helping out as well.
Sometimes as you look at a game, and I often compare it to the NBA, if you can get a stop at the end of the first half and another stop in the fourth quarter, you can kind of win the game. And right now, if the Bills can get a stop right here, get the ball back, score again, get some momentum going for the second half.
Browns had that happen to them last week against Miami. Dolphins scored before the half and then coming out of the locker room. 2nd and 12. Bryant over the middle makes the catch. Hit hard by Milano at the 30, and that makes it.
All right, 3rd and short.
An 8-yard pickup by Harrison Bryant. Matt Milano with his 7th tackle of the half.
Getting physical in this game, man, because you can feel the tension from the Bills sideline. You saw it in Stephon Diggs, kind of carried over to the defense. So right now, a couple guys that you got to worry about. You got to worry about Amari Cooper, and you got to worry about Kareem Hunt coming out of the backfield. Kareem Hunt right there coming out of that backfield can be a problem.
3rd down and 4.
Got him, come on.
Dane Jackson did not turn around in time, and Cooper goes for 24.
Cooper is so smooth when you're throwing the ball. You talk about having late hands. You see the little burst there. He's running, and they never brought his hands up so that Dane Jackson couldn't swipe away at those hands, because normally receiver goes up with his hands, and the defensive back is taught to swipe at those hands as soon as that happens. But late hands by Amari Cooper there assured the reception.
Already the 4th Cleveland play today that went for at least 20 yards. Chubb, nowhere to go. Daquan Jones, the first to meet him. So far in this half, the Browns have only rushed for 55 yards, but Brissett has thrown for 156.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of the conversation at one Bills drive has been about stopping the run. How are we going to contain Nick Chubb? Well, it has been the passing game that has gotten him. And so does Leslie Frazier now mix it up a little bit and bring more than 4, because 4 is normally the amount that the Bills like to come with and have the coverage units remain intact.
Brissett has time. Von Miller is chasing him. Brissett throws on the run, and it's incomplete.
All right, 3rd and 10.
There's Von Miller, who told us that Jacoby Brissett is a big, strong guy, is a hard guy to bring down. Has some experience going against him when Von was with the Broncos and Brissett was the quarterback of the Colts.
And we never thought that we'd have to talk about, let's try to contain Brissett in the pocket. We thought that he's going to be a pocket back, but no, he's moved around effectively. He even did it on
They're going to zero?
touchdown throw to Amari Cooper.
3rd down and 10.
Oh.
One of the Bills jumped, or did the Cleveland Browns come across first? Yes, they blow it dead. A false start against Cleveland.
What? What?
Offense in the center. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Told you that Ethan Posick went out early. It's been Yelda Froholt in at center.
Oh, come on, bro.
Right there, looking to his right, simulated movement to try and get the defense to jump off sides.
So that pushes the football back into Cleveland territory. It's 3rd down and 15.
Bring an extra blocker over to chip on Von Miller before he goes out in his route. Kareem Hunt.
Oh, got him.
Along the sideline, he was out of bounds. Somehow Cooper found some open space, but the ball hung up there, and Cooper could not come down with it inbounds.
Well, if I'm the head coach, I've got my challenge flag ready to drop out as 1 foot comes down.
Oh, just by a fucking centimeter.
On the line, so I think that's a really good call by the official for zooming in to see if that second foot was going to come down in or out of bounds.
So it's 4th down and 15. And Bojorquez is out. Buffalo will get the football back before the half with all 3 timeouts. Hines to defense. Bojorquez with a short kick. Hines with a fair catch at the 22, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Buffalo with the ball, down by 4 on CBS.
There's some tough breaks.
I've never watched Patrick's practice jersey. Superstition.
Yeah, just some tough breaks, man.
State Farm Personal Price Plan, it just helps you create an affordable price. Call her quick to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud. You want to reach the rain. Brave the desert before you find the oasis.
He didn't call that. He didn't catch that, y'all. His foot was out of bounds. It was close, though.
CRV and CRV Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
Would you look at that?
Jerry, you gotta see this. Saying it. Trust me, after 15 walks, gets a little old. Yeah. I really should be retired by now. Wish I invested when I had the chance. To the moon. Unbelievable.
Stop waiting. Start investing. E-Trade from Morgan Stanley.
Give a gift that means a lot.
Yeah, hopefully the defense holds.
Shop early and save. Only
We'll see.
at K.
We'll see. Tough task.
Every team wants to bring their original spice to the game.
The key with throwing the wings in the air fryer, low heat, long time. So 300 degrees, 10 minutes if you're reheating something. Get you that crispiness you want, but it cooks it all the way through. This is lemon pepper, y'all. But that's the key to it. That's the key to it.
Sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Verizon, the network America relies on.
Great job by the crew and the volunteers here in Detroit to get the field ready for today's game. 1:54 to go. Bills with all 3 timeouts. We showed you the frustration that Diggs had on the sideline before. Let's see if they get the ball in his hands here on 1st down. He's at the top of your screen. Allen takes the check down instead. There's Knox. And Knox, does he get out of bounds?
What? What kind of fucking spot?
Well, if you're gonna shade
No fucking way. What is that spot?
somebody short, somebody deep,
What is that spot? What is the spot? How is that the spot? How is that the spot, bro? What? Get away from the wings.
but if they're
How is that the spot?
coverage to him and you're gonna leave somebody wide open like that,
That's
take the wide open.
ridiculous.
As a receiver, though, James, look at
That is ridiculous. Bro, what? What?
More important, how's your team performing right now?
All right, man. Whatever. Who is this punter? Special teams turned this. You know, I mean, I'm not about to sit here and bitch about the punter unless he turned the ball over.
Here's all the scores and highlights coming
want me to be genuinely upset because the punter's not punting the ball super long. I don't care. Nice pump fake.
He stays in bounds, does not get out of bounds along the sideline.
Well, you've got 3 timeouts. You could use one here if you wanted to.
7-yard pickup. McDermott not electing to call timeout as we approach 1 minute to go. 2nd down and 3. Very quiet here at Ford Field. Allen.
Oh, shit.
27-yard pickup and out of bounds to stop the clock with 51 seconds.
Go fast, but don't be in a hurry. So you've got time on the clock when the clock stops.
Best throw of the day, Browns.
Call timeout.
Confusion substituting, and they call a timeout. So the Bills did not need to go fast, but they wanted to, and they caught the Browns, who ended up having to call a timeout. We're back in 30 seconds after this.
With my hectic life, you'd think retirement would be the last thing on my mind.
All right, now you
Voya provides comprehensive solutions and shows me how to get the most out of my workplace benefits. Voya helps me feel like I got it all under control.
Voya. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Marinara mozzarella, look at this Royal Crispy Bella, sauce and cheese, crispy chicken, Italian Royal was what I'm picking.
Are there people who prefer Burger King over to McDonald's?
A Cleveland timeout. They have 2 remaining. Buffalo with all 3. First 4 drives, Allen 27 yards passing. On this drive, 44 yards passing. And a first down and 10.
Come on, get set defense. And we got pitched around, dog.
At the 22 with Taki forcing him out. A gain of 7.
Really nice call by Ken Dorsey. Kind of keeping the Browns off balance. The Browns had gotten up in a position where they were going to try and blitz and get after the pass rusher. But what happens? You get a run to the outside and a nice block by Diggs there to seal that outside so the runner could get out.
2nd down and 3. Allen. He's going to take off and run. At the 20, he's got the first down and gets out of bounds. An extra look for Owusu Koramoah, who knocked it out as Josh was going out of bounds.
And he went after the arm.
What did Josh Allen say to JOK?
And it looked like he was on the white. So if you're on the white, should not be hit. Josh Allen needs to kind of sprint and really get off the field to avoid even the idea that you should hit the quarterback.
Allen ran for 84 yards in last week's loss against the Vikings. First and 10.
You have to use a timeout. Michael says, I live next to Foot Lettuce Burger King, so not here. Oh, yeah, that was in Ohio. Let me tell you something. If Foot Lettuce was stopping you from going to Burger King, you might as well just not go anywhere else. Look, I've worked in fast food. My brother works in fast food. I have seen some shit. They all doing something. Just assume that you're not getting, like, it just is what it is.
And he's been smart with the football, taking the underneath stuff. He had the one deep pass.
If you look hard enough at any restaurant, something's happening there that you're going to be like, oh, gross. You'll be fine. But, like, something's happening there. Every restaurant. The fancy ones, McDonald's, all of them. Stop them. 3rd and short. Am I the only one that feels like these commentators want Buffalo to win so bad?
They're going to spot it just
Like every time something don't go Buffalo way, they get like super down.
Bring pressure off the sides. And Josh Allen kind of has to be able to see that he's not looking to this side, which is where the guy comes from. And once that happens, just kind of knifing in, unblocked from the outside, because if that's the case and it's a read option, you're going to go around the corner with that ball if you're the quarterback.
Owusu Koromoa made that tackle, and now third down for McDermott and the Bills. Owusu Koromoa already with 5 tackles in the first half.
We talked about the Bills defensively making that stop, giving themselves an opportunity to score. This would be a huge win for the Browns if they can get a stop here on 3rd and 1.
Bobby Hart in as an extra lineman for Buffalo. Allen, Singletary at the 5. He's got the first down. It's
All right, let's hold here.
McDermott calls his final timeout with 23 seconds to go.
Ugh. Wow, they already caught their last time out, huh? So they got to throw.
Well, you could run it on 1st down, but then you'd have to get up and spike the ball to get to your 3rd down play. Or you could do what they always talk about. Oh, call 2 plays in the huddle. You know, we used to always hear that when we were kids growing up. Call 2 plays in the huddle.
Because Josh Allen is their poster child for NFL. They want him to be the poster child so bad. It's Pat Mahomes. It's Pat Mahomes. Why are we acting like it's anybody but Pat Mahomes? Was this what was going on in the NBA when Jordan was in there? Was they trying to like, oh, it's going to be Barkley going to be the... It's Jordan. It's him. It's Pat Mahomes. He's Jordan, man. He's Jordan. Good defense.
AJ Green tried to sell that a little bit, but the refs were on top of it. It's 2nd and goal.
They're trying to get a quick pass out the flat on this side. Josh Allen doesn't see it. And once he starts to kind of back up just to try and find another receiver, but a nice job getting rid of the football so they can get him to the next down.
By rule, if it hits the crossbar, it's incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 5. Play number 11 on this drive.
And a timeout call because Stephon Diggs came out, kind of lined up semi in the backfield, and then who's going to cover him? How we're going to double him?
So the Browns call time.
Yeah, why not? You got him. Might as well use him.
Diggs still looking for his first.
Ah, shit, I got to take my creatine, too.
He averages 11 targets per game, which is tied for 2nd most in the NFL. Began his career in Minnesota, where Kevin Stefanski was on the offensive staff for the Vikings. Stefanski this week called Diggs one of the most competitive players he's ever been around. And Diggs entered today needing just 15 yards for his 5th straight 1,000-yard season. Singletary motions to the backfield next to Allen.
All right, defense, let's hold up. Ah, shit. Who's Diggs? Oh, well.
His 8th touchdown of the season. And it was worth the wait for Diggs as he gives the Bills the lead.
Gives the Bills the lead, but gives them a huge boost. And as he's coming across, he did something that I used to try and always teach my...
Who was guarding him? Jesus. Who was on him? Who had Stephon Diggs at the line of scrimmage? Just miscommunication. Denzel, dog. Denzel, how do you not carry that? How do you not carry that, Denzel? I don't know. I got to see the tape. I got to see the tape. How did nobody carry Stephon Diggs across the field? Come on, man. Come on, man. We can't get miscommunication when there's only 10 yards of ground to cover. We can't get that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like, who was not holding their ground? Somebody's supposed to be there. He streaks wide open. Taki's not supposed to be carrying that. It's John Johnson. It's goddamn John Johnson, ain't it? Isn't that John Johnson that came down to the flat? Let me see. Arms. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. You know, he had a man. It's somebody, I think it's Denzel, supposed to carry. He didn't carry. I think that's what happened. It's not John Johnson. It's not John Johnson. Somebody's supposed to carry. It seems like it was either Grant Delpit or Denzel Ward. That's what I can tell. Again, this is broadcast, so don't take that word for gospel. Yeah, JJ3 had the flat. He's fine. He was where he was supposed to be. Taki was where he was supposed to be. Somebody on that right side of the formation wasn't. Yeah. Nah, I don't think that's on Joe Woods. That's execution right there. That's trademark execution. You can't call a play if nobody gets in the right goddamn spot.
And everything is good. Well, Jacoby Brissett played a real nice first half. 13 of 18, 156 yards and the touchdown pass.
Somebody, I think, they had Mackenzie Milton back there or whoever deep in the flat, so that held somebody. I don't know. I got to see the tape before I get mad at that, though. Yeah, and it's like, of all the dudes to lose in coverage is a better way to phrase that, Ray Rags. But all the guys to lose in coverage, that's who you lose coverage to. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Josh Allen be saying some slick shit. I can tell by how he operates. He be saying some slick shit. He might be fooling the rest of y'all. He not fooling me. I know that man got some venom in his soul. Will Meeker says, sucks they got the TD, but I like the way the D is playing overall. It's nastier than normal. They really want it. Yeah, they've been better. I think we all, again, it's about how you get there, but 13 points in the first half for Buffalo, we would have took that. Offense has to play a little bit better, though. Be more consistent. They've been getting in their own way. I understand. They got a backup center in there. He had a bad snap, but they really, really, lost an opportunity to go up at least 17 here. And they gave up 3. Score could have been 17-10 going in the half, but instead it's 10-13. Got to take advantage of this, right? Defense has to get some turnovers now to make up for that fumble. It's kind of the thing I've been talking about. Every time the Browns are in a position to take advantage of turnovers, they get a turnover inexplicably themselves on offense. We got to be able to take advantage of this and get plus in these turnover margins, and we just haven't been able to do it. Josh Allen hasn't had the greatest game so far, but he hasn't turned the ball over, and that's been the difference in this game. Truly. Sorry about that. See what's going on around the league. Oh my goodness, the Commanders are beating down the Houston Texans. The Eagles are down 3-10 versus Jeff Saturday's Colts. Wow. That's pretty shocking. Jets and Patriots 3-3. And the Panthers are only down by 3 to the Ravens. Definitely defense has to hold coming out of halftime. I mean, I don't even want to say it because every time I say it, they give up the points. But you're right. Let me go switch to that. Let me see that game. Ray Rag says, that's like the Mike Williams BS last year. Dudes lost in coverage. Mm-hmm. Except for Mike Williams is at least getting lost in coverage, like in the middle of the field. You can't lose somebody in coverage in the red zone, though. Big no-no. Big no-no. Hey, yo, the Colts might go up 17-3. But yeah, overall, I mean, like offensively, I feel like that's where the team's been let down a little bit. If you want to say anything, is that one offensive turnover. Defensively, I felt like they've done good enough. We know this defense stinks. Like, I'm not about to criticize them as if they're one of the better defenses in the NFL. We know they stink. Jacoby scrambled for 22 yards earlier. Clearly, the Bills are hurt by the QB run. Let's exploit it. Dog, we not exploiting shit with Jacoby Brissett running the ball. We got 3 guys that should run the ball. Kareem Hunt, Jerome Ford, Nick Chubb. Anything else should happen purely by coincidence, not by purpose. No, you should not. Jacoby Brissett should not be out here trying to run for 100. That's not Jacoby Brissett's game. I understand the brother's big and he's black, and you think he's Cam Newton. He's not Cam Newton, though. Hey, what did the Colts make the playoffs with Jeff Saturday? Like, straight up, what did they do? But yeah, that's been what's going on with this team. Is I feel like, as much as we're gonna bitch about the defense because they just gave up a touchdown, really ain't been the defense's problem. Oh, that's not Sam Ehlinger. It's Matt Ryan out there again. Really ain't been the defense's problem this game. It's been the offense. It's been a little bit. They ain't been finishing drives. Well, that's a big stop for them.
He took a shot from Scott.
Couldn't secure it, and no give up at the end of the play by Josiah Scott, 33. Because there's the ball in his hands, and there's Scott coming in with a good tackle and reaching and breaking for the football.
Well, the officials just came together.
Is it a catch and fumble out of bounds is what they're trying to determine now.
And the red flag has come out, so a challenge immediately from Philadelphia. If this play stands, is the question.
Yeah, then it's going to be a challenge from Jeff Saturday, right? You think
Running on the previous play is being challenged by Philadelphia.
Oh, it is Philly. I thought maybe Jeff might be challenging it, thinking it's a catch and he's going to keep possession there.
Why would you challenge that?
So, Indianapolis, the question, is this a catch? Is it not a catch? Or it didn't feel like he got it all the way through.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual.
What is the point of that challenge?
So you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready?
That makes no sense to me.
This entire week and, trying to worry about their families with the snow, then they have to travel to Detroit. So a lot of distractions right now. So it's understandable that
If they come through, Wines is blocked and they dump it off. And it goes to the tight end Conklin. He gets out.
Yeah, man, it's some people that just watch the Browns to be mad at it. Because honestly, most Browns fans not really like living or dying with the result of this game. Like, you got some that are gonna live and die with the result of any game, regardless of the record. But like, a lot of us kind of knew that this was an uphill battle for them. So like, anybody out here like that's like melting down in chat over like a 3-point deficit against the Buffalo Bills at halftime, I feel like that's performative. I feel like it's so far away from what a fan would actually do that it feels performative. And be on the lookout for some of that stuff, right? When the team's bad, there's a lot of hatred and anger to go around, and you have people who would be willing to be performative about their hatred to stoke fires that aren't necessarily there. But a lot of this shit is performative. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of the people they're not actually that mad. They just want you to think that they that mad. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of like what you see on the sidelines from coaches when they start melting down and screaming at players. That shit's performative. That's why it doesn't work. A Doobie Man says leaving Diggs open after taking the timeout is the part that baffles me the most. Yeah, they lost him in coverage. It happens, man. It happens. They lost him in coverage. Let's move the fuck on. We talked about it like for 10 minutes straight. You know what I mean? No disrespect to you. I know you ain't being mean or with anybody I'm talking about in this thing. It's just you just caught a stray. But yeah, they lost him in coverage. We'll see what happens on the tape. Again, I can't make a definitive decision on what happened until I see like the all 22. People blaming Kevin watching a different team. Offense has been overachieving all year. Look, I ain't getting these Kevin Stefanski arguments. Kevin Stefanski gonna be the coach. It's not even an argument. The only people who are trying to get him fired are the people who are acting very performative about their outrage. And they're getting people who are legitimately mad wrapped up in it. And in that way, you can't tell what it is. But yeah, nobody thinks Kevin Stefanski. Nobody serious thinks Kevin Stefanski should actually be fired. Nelson Gonzalez says, who are we hiring for DC? Look, you're not going to know his name. We got bots. Hiring for DC, Ward got his money and said, I'm out. No, Ward's not been terrible. Leave Ward alone. Leave Ward alone, y'all. Every time somebody get paid, y'all turn into haters. But DC, I mean, we're not going to hire nobody you know more than likely. It's going to be somebody you don't know if they hire somebody. Smiley Images says the defense still can't stop anyone. Keep up the good work. I'm calling bullshit on that. Did you expect the Bills to only have 13 points right now? I'm calling bullshit on it. The defense has been fine today. Offense needs to step up, though. Because the reason the defense gave up the 3 points that are the difference in this game is because the offense fumbled a snap. Defense has been fine today. Stephon Diggs has, 5 yards and a touchdown. Grand Scheme says the Browns were never really a quarterback away from being elite. Am I crazy? They're a quarterback away from being a really good team. They would probably have 11 or 12 wins if they had Deshaun the whole year. I don't know if they're elite because his defense stinks, but they would be a really good team. A flawed but really good team. Can't wait to see Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Only a couple more weeks till that December 4th. Yo, the Ravens lose to Baker Mayfield. That shit's hilarious. Then they're third and long. Third and very long here. Todd Trot with the $10 super chat. I'm trying to look for your comment. Can't see it. Appreciate the $10 though. Oh, the same people who are calling to fire Stefanski are the people who said we should have fired Belichick. Yeah. Yeah.
There's rush 3. Jackson steps away. Now going to tuck and run, and Jackson in trouble. Down he goes.
J.C. Horn made a great tackle there. Great tackle. Sly says, man, feels like we haven't gotten a touchdown since week 1. A turnover since week 1. We haven't been plus in the turnover margin in I don't know how long.
One wide receiver catching a touchdown in the first half, and at the break, the Bills lead by 3. Back in the booth with the Hall of Famer James Lofton. I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from Amanda Renner coming up. Bit of a slow start for Buffalo. We talked about their lack of practice time this week. What'd you see in that first half?
You know, it was interesting. I think for the Cleveland Browns, I saw Jacoby Brissett really taking charge of this ball game and really getting the ball.
Let me ask y'all a question. If Deshaun Watson goes 4-2 at the end of the year and the offense looks really good, are we actually going to still want Kevin Stefanski fired? The answer for most of us is probably going to be no. So why do we care if we want him, if somebody wants him fired right now? He's not getting fired right now. It's a pointless conversation. It's just something to talk about so you can have like a title on videos. The fuck is going on with the camera? Good tackle, Coos.
Gets back to the 25-yard line before the tackle made by Jordan Kunashik. Let's check in with Amanda.
Talked to Sean McDermott going into the half, and he said it was huge to get the ball in Stephon Diggs' hands. He said we got to start to do that more. Our offense definitely came out a little bit slow.
Is Martin Emerson back out there?
He did emphasize the chance to double.
Yikes. Watson will swoop and grab MVP. I'm trying to say, not in 6 games, Orange.
Offense has got to do better in the red zone, and we have got to get number 2 more incorporated.
That's Amari Cooper, 6 catches and the touchdown in the first half. On first down, Josh Allen rolling right, throws on the run and squeezes one in for a first down to Diggs. 17-yard pickup for Diggs, and now
they're putting Diggs in the slot.
1,000 yards for the season. In this, the Bills' 10th game of the year.
That throw right there draws me back to when I was coaching for the San Diego Chargers.
Nelson says, if we don't do what you said last week, a lot of the defense free up some cap space. Are there any good defensive tackles in free agency that you can get next year? I have no idea who's going to be available in free agency next year. Everybody that you think is going to be available in free agency this year, by now, you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to tell because a lot of guys just get released. And that's what makes up most of the free agent pool at that position. I'm a huge fan of these shotgun runs. Seem to be burned a lot. What are your thoughts? I mean, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They're just like any other run play. There have been games where those pin pull runs have worked great. There have been games where those pin pull runs have not. Okay, Martin's out there again. So it's 3rd and short.
In the nick of time, as Myles Garrett was about to pummel Josh Allen.
Thank you, JD, for the super chat.
Here's a look at the last 3 games in the second half. For Buffalo, no touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't need to go any further than that right there. 0 touchdowns. I mean, you look at all those numbers and all the things that you not doing well and you start to criticize. But if they get in the end zone, it will feel totally different about this second half than any second half earlier, especially over the last 3 weeks.
3rd down and 1, a pitch to Cook, following Deion Dawkins, who's got the first down and more, down the sideline and out of bounds. So a 3rd and 1 pickup for the rookie Cook.
This ain't good.
You know, I talked to Kelly Skipper, the running back coach, and he said, we got 3 unique backs. Yeah, none of them are 6 feet tall. But Cook, his ability to run on the outside and also as a pass receiver, he thought was really special. Talked about Devin Singletary being stronger than what he looked at. 5'7", 203 pounds. And Nyheim Hines, we saw his acceleration earlier. There's Kelly Skipper right there. And he was a terrific running back at Fresno State.
Allen started 4 out of 10. Since then, he's 7 for 8, looking for more here. He's got it to Singletary. He's thrown down by Emerson. Bills wanted a flag. They're not going to get one.
You know, I almost think that Singletary assists in the throw down here. Watch him, he kind of launches himself a little bit and goes, look he's abusing me on the sideline.
Emerson was shaken up in the first half, but was able to return in that Cleveland secondary.
I think Sean McDermott's telling the official, just let my guys play ball like that too when we're on defense.
That's Nyheim Hines in motion.
Got him. Big play, Clowney.
Most of the season, but a big play there by the 9th-year man out of South Carolina.
A little bit of a mismatch on the blocking assignment here. Gabe Davis against Jadeveon Clowney.
Nah, not a face mask.
Nick Aaron looked like he might have gotten his hand in the ear hole of the helmet.
exactly what Hines was campaigning for. And the Bills fans here in Detroit wanted one as well. It appears Sean McDermott agrees.
Well, behind the sticks now. Now you have to really watch.
Call timeout. Yep.
And the Bills.
Timeout. Buffalo. They're first.
With an early timeout. The play clock was down to 3, and they have to call one early here in the second half.
Forcing the field goal here would be great.
A little bit of time thinking you may have should have gotten the face mask call. You're frustrated by that. Call gets in late.
Well, a huge helping of college football is coming up on Thanksgiving weekend, beginning Friday with Utah State against Boise State, and then Arkansas takes on Missouri at 3:30 Saturday. SEC on CBS as the Iron Bowl, Auburn and Alabama. It all begins with the drive to Atlanta.
This is the least important Iron Bowl in like the last 5 years, man.
There's Amari Cooper, who went to Alabama, now in his 8th year in the league. Caught a touchdown earlier. That play by Clowney, only his 2nd tackle for a loss this year. Loss of 8, and now 3rd and 12.
Yep. Okay, hold. There's a hold. There's a hold. There's a hold.
Clowney is saying, come on back. This looks to be a hold against the Bills.
Holding offense.
There we go.
First accepted holding call against Roger Saffold this year.
Everybody's looking up at that big screen to see what happened. Did it happen on the run, or did it happen while you're trying to block for him? There he is, and you see the hands outside the framework and tugging a little bit of the back of that jersey.
Engaged with Taven Bryan, and that penalty
pushes him out of field goal range. They might run it here.
It would be a 62-yard field goal for Bass.
They might run it here. Try to get like 10 yards or something. Nah, they're in empty. So they're at the 39. It's 49. About a 55-yarder.
It's a 56-yard field goal from here. Bass this season has hit from 51. That's his season long. And he is out there. Certainly a kick they likely wouldn't have tried if this game was in Buffalo, but a different story indoors. His career long is 58. That was in Arizona 2 years ago.
In a dome, he should be able to make a 56-yarder, yeah. It's a 56-yard field goal in the dome. Why are we acting like that's like a... All right, man. Like, you see what I mean? I'm not normally one who's like that, but boy, they are riding the Bills hard, man. Like, they are riding that thing, man. For whatever they can get out of it. They want the Bills to be great. Badly. Go check in on the Panthers, see what they're doing. Who at quarterback right now for them? That's got to be pass interference, right?
Had to call it. First drive for Carolina today in Baltimore territory. Can they cash in? Down 3-0 in the third. Chuba Hubbard. Bobble as he got that handoff. Never really secured it. Jason Pierre-Paul smacked him. JPP side.
So it look like the Ravens, I mean not the Ravens, the Panthers are in position to at least tie this game against the Ravens.
Position. Sheds a blocker.
you're seeing a guy just 2 numbers off your number on the defensive side on the line.
They're all over the place. I mean, Roquan Smith, number 18 at linebacker. Patrick Queen, 6 at linebacker. Those ones throw you off a little bit.
Mayfield on 2nd and long, looking for Marshall, and it's incomplete coverage from Brandon Stevens, and now 3rd and long.
Mutations.
Ben Franklin, what are you?
An excellent job of keeping Terrace Marshall's right hand off this football, forcing him to catch it with 1. Oh, he's got to bring down
Panthers 3rd and long here in the red zone against the Ravens. We're going to switch to that. Need best drive of the season here? We just need a good drive. Not one got to be that dramatic.
Knew he had a chance with his big target. Just missed.
3rd and 13 at the 18. Mayfield, backside pressure from Houston, able to get away, and Baker going to run. Mayfield chugging to the 15 and yanked out.
It looks like the Panthers will kick a field goal and tie that game. Yeah, these announcers are so excited, like what the F? It's weird. It's weird.
Got a field goal coming out of the locker room, and they now lead 16-10. A touchback for Tyler Bass, who just booted a 56-yard field goal. It's a good start for Cleveland, but they've slowed down a little bit, James.
And it certainly was, and it really got down to the red zone. You need to be able to score in that area. A couple of passes off the tight end's hand, and those are back-to-back plays. So that's 1, and here's number 2. Getting the snap from center as you're trying to move to your left with your backup center. Ball goes on the ground. Buffalo Bills take over, and the momentum scale is just sliding toward the guys in the blue jerseys. They've got a chance. The Browns right here with just 100% starting this drive.
They're trying to get Nick Chubb going. Only 12 yards rushing.
Oh, come on.
Looked like Von Miller jumped it once again. The Browns move first. They blow this one dead.
Encroachment. Yep.
Neutral zone infraction.
5-yard penalty.
Number 40.
Still first down.
Still first down.
It is on Von Miller as we check in with Amanda.
Bills edge rusher AJ Epinesa, he was questionable in the first half. He's been downgraded to out. And Ethan Posick, remember, we gave that update in the beginning. The starting center for the Browns, he's also been downgraded to out.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. So now the Bills without Tremaine Edmonds, Greg Rousseau, and AJ Epinesa. David Bell in motion. Low snap. Brissett.
Did he catch it?
He scoops it up and fires a completion just short of a first down is Donovan Peoples-Jones. Here's a look at the snap from Yelda Froholt.
Yeah, it almost seems like it hit his legs before he got the ball back. But if I'm Kevin Stefanski, I'm going to keep using motion and movement because I've got linebackers in who aren't used to communicating with each other a whole lot.
Chubb is stuffed. Matt Milano have a day.
Wait, Chubb's not doing shit today, man.
Missed him when he could not play against the Jets. Out with an oblique injury. He's made a big impact here this afternoon against the Browns.
It's a quick read, and now we get a third down situation. Can the Browns continue the drive and the momentum that they had when they started this ball game out earlier?
Fourth time today, the Browns have run for a loss. Third down and 3.
And Amari Cooper's picked up a couple of those third downs and throws directly to him.
There we go.
This man for a first down. That's Harrison Bryant. Tackle made by Tyrell Dodson, but the Browns move the chains.
Another low snap.
In the pocket, offensive line does a good job. You get the short crossing route, and once you figure out that it's man-to-man,
High low there. He's going to go with the safer option. I mean, I think he had Cooper too.
nice read by Jacoby Brissett.
On first and 10.
Oh, good screen. Good cut, Cream. Good cut, Reem. Woo. Thought that was cooked. I thought that was cooked.
Nice job by Brissett dropping that arm angle down and getting that ball to Hunt quickly.
Ed Oliver comes off. Tim Settle enters for the Buffalo defense. We have 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Play action. Brissett. An incomplete flag is down. Intended for Cooper, and the rookie Christian Benford had the coverage.
What's the flag? Oh, yeah. Okay. Pass interference. Okay.
And that's when the flag flew in. But now some discussion for Adrian Hill and his crew.
Well, there are two flags. There's one throw in the middle of the field, so I think we had contact on two receivers.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Pass interference, defense, number 47. That penalty is declined. Personal foul,
Face mask.
defense, number 30.
Wow.
Penalty is accepted. He forced 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So it's on the third-year corner, Dane Jackson. And it gives Cleveland a first down at the Buffalo 36.
You know, Buffalo brought pressure on this play, so the timing is off. Now you kind of panic a little bit, and you get a little handsy at the top of the routes. Both corners got a little handsy. One got a pass interference call, the other got a face mask call.
Brissett to Cooper, and it's incomplete. Now Deshaun Watson returned to practice this week for Cleveland, and Kevin Stefanski told us that Watson took the vast majority of the scout team reps. So he played the role of Josh Allen at practice, and Myles Garrett said that Watson gave them a great look as to what they will see today with Josh Allen. And Jacoby Brissett said it didn't affect his preparation at all. But the Browns made Watson play the role of Allen. And he can return to the field in 2 weeks in Houston. Here's Chubb up in the air.
Boy, Chubb needs this.
And Nick Chubb very close to a first down before he was finally
3rd and
brought down
1.
by
Let's sneak
Jordan
it.
Poyer.
Let's sneak it.
So if you believe the play's going this way, you're wrong because it's coming back and it's going the other way. Great play design because you get the defense to open pursue and you cut back against them.
Browns going quickly. Brissett.
Go for it.
Jordan Phillips on 3rd and 1. And Brissett does not get there.
You didn't lose that many yards. I would go for it.
Decision time for Kevin Stefanski. What do you think, James?
You're not going to beat the Bills with field goals.
5 games in a row, you just empty the bag. Was it 5 out of 6? You lost enough where you need a win. And when you get down close and you can score touchdowns, that will give you a better chance of winning. Field goal will be easy, but let's see if we get it the hard way.
Brissett trying to do the same thing. Some pushback again. Shaq
Wait.
Wilson leading the charge. And it's going to come down to the spot. But he appeared to be short.
Now the spot did not look like it gave it to him.
Ah, shit.
So we'll probably get a measurement in addition
All right.
to this. Oh, look at that. No measurement at all. Pointing first down for the Buffalo Bills in the opposite direction.
Turnover on downs and Shaq Lawson. A big reason why.
What was that whistle?
Jacoby Brissett tries a QB keeper and twice he comes up short.
They're the first team to stop it twice, so got it. Like shit, it usually works. Blad play call on 4. Come on now. Can't we just let stuff be like, hey man, it just didn't work without having to be, it's a bad play call. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a quarterback sneak, dog. It's a quarterback sneak. It doesn't matter who the center is. Y'all just want to be mad at Kevin. Some of y'all want to be mad at Kevin. But like, that's a fine play call. If that's how you went out, that's how you went out. I'm fine with it. I'd rather go out Because y'all would be, come on now, y'all would still be complaining if he would have did a halfback toss and would have got stopped. You're just mad it got stopped. I don't think the play call is bad. Quarterback sneak 2 times, like, that's your best 3rd and 1 play call. And you have been one of the best 3rd and 1 teams in football. You're going to go with what works. That's what's been working. They stopped it twice. Hats off to them. Nobody else has done that. Like, I'm fine with that call. The fact is, it's a bad play call no matter. It's going to be considered a bad play call by some if it doesn't work. But sometimes good play calls just don't work. That's fine. I'm fine with that decision. Because they would have ran like an end around or an outside run or a halfback counter, all that shit. Like, you would have been just as mad. If they would have gave it to Chubb up the middle and he would have got stuff, you would have been just as mad. Why didn't we do Jacoby Brissett? He's like 99% on those. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't act like you can not like that they didn't get it, but don't act like it was a bad play call off principle. A doobie man says some people mad we don't call a sneak when we don't call it a sneak, right? Like, it's what they should have done. It is what it is. It just got stopped.
TV. Get your TV together. And by Walmart.
Dog, it's a quarterback sneak. It does not matter if the backup center is in. The center's job is not difficult in a quarterback sneak. If you would have ran counter toss where the center has to pull and then get to his man, it matters who the center is. But a quarterback sneak is literally the easiest play for us. Do you not understand what we're watching? It's a backup center, Quincy. Understand what you're talking about before you say something. And we got roughing the passer, baby. 30 yards for free. The center does not matter in a quarterback sneak. It is the least important factor of why you didn't get it. They just blew it up. Oh, he just fell on him by accident. With that kind of logic, you have a backup center. Why even run the ball at all, right? You got backup centering. Why run the ball? My only thing, if we're going to go for a fourth, Chubb should have ran the 3rd down play. No, it should have been Brissett 2 times. Brissett's the best 3rd and 1 option you have. Nick Chubb's not that good of a 3rd and 1 option. And we're about to give up these points. Oh, did he fumble? Yeah. You see how excited they were for Buffalo when they got the turnover on downs, and then the Browns get it? We got to wait for the review. It's close. They are so ready for Buffalo to win this game, dog. The commentators are so ready for Buffalo to win this game. That is hilarious. Who knows? Who knows? Was he down? Was he not? We'll see what they call. I don't know. It looks pretty close. It looks like it happened like simultaneously, and usually when that happens, they give the ball back to the team that fumbled instead of the team that recovered. So my bet would be Buffalo keeps the ball here. All right, we'll see. We will see. Sometimes you just get a terrible review. Yeah, I was just going to say, they want Buffalo to win. Like, I'm not normally commentary as biased guy, but this is like, like they really want Buffalo to win badly. Oh, that didn't take long at all. Okay. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
A 13-yard run for Devin Singletary. And James, that was a very quick decision.
Yeah, I think we squeezed as much juice out of this offense with a backup quarterback as we're going to squeeze, man. And it's starting to show. We squeezed as much juice. Defense didn't get it done when the offense is playing well. Now the offense looks like they out of juice. And, you know, well, Deshaun comes back in December, man. 95% in QB sneak in career. Definitely bad play call. Yeah, it's the right play call, man. Yeah. Yeah, we need Deshaun back. We need Deshaun back. Offense don't got the juice no more. I mean, that's what this game's been about. Defense is running out of energy. Like, if we get a score here, maybe we can keep it close and then come back. But yeah, man, we need Deshaun. The solution is not hard to find here offensively. How to Live says good news is what we're missing. Comes back in 2 more weeks. Yeah. It looks like we done ran out of juice here. Why we wanted to get those 5 wins early.
Right there. Great protection and great run hold.
It's why you wanted to get the 5 wins early. It's why you did not want to get to this point still needing 2 more wins, because you knew that eventually you were running with some duct tape solutions that were going to loosen up at this point of the year. Come on, make the tackle, y'all. Stop them. There we go. Good tackle, JJ He. Only down by 12. Brissett should have been good for 4 wins. I mean, well, you make the field goal in the Chargers game, and then you beat the Jets when you're up by 13 with 1:30 left. And then that gets you to 5 wins. They had their opportunity to get to 5 wins. And, you know, they didn't do a great job of capitalizing on them. So now they're at 3 wins. They should be at 5. They're at 3 wins. It's the life of the NFL, man. Shit's going to be close. Shit's going to be close. And sometimes you capitalize, sometimes you don't. You miss a field goal, you blow a 13-point lead, and you end up in this situation. Now the offense looks like they're about out of juice. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have the juice anymore. And to be honest, we squeezed a lot of juice out of this offense in the first, 10 weeks of the season. Now they're a little bit out of juice. It gets tough at this point. Now you need your quarterback back, because we've run every play that we can run with Jacoby Brissett, right? We've run every play we can run with the backup quarterback. We need the starter. But we got like another week, so we'll see. Next week's gonna be interesting, too. You know, we'll see how they finish out this game, but next week's gonna be interesting too. Tom Brady, he's been playing better as of late, but still that team doesn't score a bunch of points. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Had more than enough opportunities to get to those 5 wins, man, already. Had more than enough opportunity. But inconsistency and miscommunication and all that cost you it. So, hey, these are the margins between the teams that make the playoffs and don't. These are the margins. They're very, very thin. It's why you're never as out of it as people think at the beginning of the year, but you're never as guaranteed to it as you do at the beginning of the year as well. Grand Scheme says, knocking on wood. What happens? Watson fails here? Like, what do you mean by fail, though? Like, what's your definition of failure? I can't, like, what if he's not good? Well, if he's not good, then he's not good. Like, there's nothing really to evaluate. I don't know what you're trying to ask there, Scheme. You need to clarify that. Like, we're all pulp, no juice, DW4 got to concentrate. That's what the hope is.
A unique atmosphere here at Ford Field today. Thursday, CBS will be right back here at Ford Field.
You gotta hear these announcers give Buffalo Bills fan the sloppiest top. They about to give I hear these dudes give Bills fans like sloppy top, bro. Like,
that's coming up Thursday right here on CBS. The Bills will fly home after this game and then return Wednesday to the same hotel they stayed at last night.
Common Uncommon says, if DT and LB might be on the hot seat, sure. Yeah, he's gonna address it, but sure. Damn, throw the flag. Early as fuck.
DeMar Hamlin had the coverage, but a flag came out.
It looked like the legs got more tied up than the hands on
Yo, they are so ready for the Bills to win. Dog, you don't watch that?
little hook on the waist, which he did not.
They want the Bills to win so bad, bro. That's crazy.
You've got to turn and twist him to get that called as a pass interference, and I think that's the way it's going to be ruled.
Pass interference. Defense, number 3. All be placed at the spot of foul. Automatic first down.
A 36-yard penalty against DeMar Hamlin, and that puts the ball in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line.
You've got to like the call by Kevin Stefanski. He had a heavy package in with an extra lineman. He only had one wide receiver on the field. So you're thinking run, run, run. No, play action, deep shot.
Snap it.
Play clock at 1. They just get it off. Play action again. Brissett
Run it.
steps up, chase from behind, and he's taken down. Von Miller makes the play for the Bills.
You know, you don't get a clean read here. He's looking, and he didn't see it. He looked over at Amari Cooper. They had doubled him on the left side. And he's getting ready to throw this ball, and he's awfully close to throwing it and actually being past the line of scrimmage because he did pick up about 1.5 yards when he got tackled by Von Miller.
Yeah, no sack. They credit Brissett with a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8 with 3:20 to go in the third quarter.
Good play call. Oh, David. David! Damn it! Never mind, they got juice still. Never mind. The juice is still there. David! Announcers thinking they gonna get lucky with Josh. I don't know, man, but they thirsty. They like, please notice me, Buffalo Bills fan. That's what they doing. Please love us, Buffalo Bills fans. Please love us. Oh, he didn't get his foot down. Q, you're my favorite, but the NFL is okay. Yeah. All right, buddy. Yeah, it's fake, buddy. Sure.
The reset hurt him. You get 1 foot down, and then that elbow comes down out of bounds.
Very close, but instead it's 2nd down and 10.
Touchdown in college, though.
Lineup empty, trying to find out if you got man-to-man coverage. Amari Cooper's been the guy to go to down here.
Nah, it's going to be a delay of game. That's going to be a delay of game.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
So the Browns moving back 5 after their 5th penalty of the game.
And there is nothing worse than a pre-snap penalty. You know, sometimes you get movement, but when you have that delay of game, is the play coming in a little late? Are we waiting to see something on the replay? Was he in bounds on that catch? So you're kind of measuring all that before you even send a play in.
Second and 15. Brissett to screen to Chubb. At the 20. And Chubb is tackled at the 17.
About 3rd and 11 here.
So it's Kevin Stefanski calling plays for the Browns against Leslie Frazier's Buffalo defense. Stefanski was a part of Frazier's staff in Minnesota when Frazier was the head coach. And Stefanski told us yesterday that Frazier is one of the finest men he's ever been around. Can't begin to describe how important Frazier has been in my career. I love the man. It will be fun to compete against him. Big competition right here. On 3rd and 11 with 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pressure's coming. Brissett steps up. Throws on the run. Incomplete. In the direction of Amari.
Yeah, they just blew that up. Who gave up leverage there? Who blew it? Yode's having a bad day, man. Yodel's having a bad day. It's not his fault, though. Yeah. Ethan going out is a big deal.
York already 1 for 1 today. This is from 34 yards away.
Oh, my God. It got blocked. It ain't meant for us today, man. It ain't meant for us. This shit ain't meant for us today, man. What the fuck is this? What happened? It ain't meant for us, man.
For colon cancer, and here are their reasons why. I screened for my son. I'm his biggest fan. If you're 45 or older at average risk, you have screening options like Cologuard.
Cologuard is non-invasive and finds 92% of colon cancers. It's not for those at high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Everyone has a reason to screen for colon cancer. If you're 45 or older, get started at missiontoscreen.com.
On Etsy, there's all kinds for you to find. Something engraved or handmade. For sharing, sipping, and decorating too. Crowns for queens. And everything in between. So everyone gets a treat or two.
Yeah.
Gifts of all kinds.
It ain't happening today, man. I'm going to watch the rest of it, but it ain't happening for us, dog. Usually when you get an upset, shit goes your way, ain't nothing going our way, dog. We get all the bad breaks. Hell no, it ain't happening, dog. Impotent at off. No, they weren't impotent. That's stupid. No, they were fine defensively until the offense decided like not to show up. And they just stink, and the Bills are good, dog. Like, that's just, why can't we just leave shit at that? Why we got to make it like the 10th level of extreme that we can find? Sometimes it is that we stink and they're good. They're just a better football team than us. They're getting better. They're having better luck. They are a better team. They're just better. They're more talented. They have a better quarterback. They're a better football team. Yeah, with Watson in there, we're a better football team. So maybe we have a better shot. But without Watson in there, we're not a better football team than the Bills. And in order to beat the Bills, it was going to take luck on some part because we're not better than them. Even healthy, we weren't better than them. Our center goes out, we get bad luck there. Our kicker gets a kick block for whatever reason, we get bad luck there. Like, we just got bad luck, all bad, the center, bad snap. You're not going to beat a team that you're better that's better than you when you get bad luck, no breaks, and then you don't play well. Humble Hand says we have to be on pace for the record of field goals blocked in the season. Yeah, K. York, whoever is responsible for that, you know what I mean? They're responsible for that. Don't really know what else to say.
Really long driveway, and he wanted to give credit to a couple of his neighbors. Squirrel Winters, which is a great name to clear snow out of a driveway, and Mark Braun, a couple of farmers that he knows in his neighborhood, came over yesterday and helped clear his driveway. As Josh told us, it's farmers helping a farmer. And without those two guys, Allen didn't think he'd be able to drive to the facility at 1 o'clock yesterday to get out on the bus to go to the airport. Cook again. He's got the first
Good tackle. Grand scheme of failure would be not having reaching Baker's success here, to me at least. So what, one playoff win? Yeah, if he doesn't get one playoff win, it's obviously bad. But, I mean, like, what do? You got him signed for 5 years, so you're just kind of stuck. I don't think that's very likely, but that is. Yeah. Yeah, we knew what this was, man. 4 block field goals this year isn't luck. Again, you stink. Your special team stinks. I said part of it is stink, part of it's luck, but you're just not a better team, and you needed good luck to beat the Bills. And getting a block field goal, yeah, some of it's skill, some of it's luck. Some of it has to do with the backup center not being with the center being out. Slide, we need a touchdown so bad, a turnover so bad. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need a touchdown bad, and homeless people need shelter.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate it.
A turnover, my bad.
The new Amazing Race, Wednesday after Survivor on CBS.
A new Equalizer, new episode tonight on CBS.
I love the friendship.
So, can I ring you up? We'll take it.
Ashley, Black
That game,
going on now. Save big on select adjustable mattresses.
they're just going to misdirect us now?
Interest for 72 months.
I mean, it's just game because they have Josh Allen and they're up by 12 points. And we don't have Josh Allen. We have Jacoby Brissett, who's very much not Josh Allen. No disrespect to Brissett. It's just, he's just not.
I don't think you do.
Stop thinking that you have a chance to earn redemption, Jamie.
Are we not good enough fans? Okay, stop that. You sound ridiculous. Like, whether you're a good fan or not matters. No, man. Team just, they had the opportunity to get to 5 wins. They blew those 2 opportunities, and now the season's playing out as it would, but they blew the 2 opportunities they did to get to 5 wins. We knew they weren't going to beat the Bills. We knew they weren't going to beat the Bills. We absolutely knew they weren't going to beat the Bills. Right? But you're in a position where you have to beat the Bills because you did not beat the Jets when you were supposed to beat them and up by 13 points, and because you did not make a field goal when you had the opportunity to win the game. That's why. See the problem? We were hoping on hope that they could beat the Bills, but we didn't think they were going to beat the Bills. Nobody thought that.
Gene Steratore, our entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We thank you for joining us as we start quarter number 4 at the Bills leading.
It would take an amazing fumble by Josh Allen to lose this game.
Career high 80 yards rushing, including that last one for 29. They give it to Cook again. And he gets to the 31-yard line. As we mentioned off the top of the broadcast, we did not have this game. I kind of enjoy this.
Rubbish football team deserves to be 5-3-7. Who cares what they deserve to be?
4 inches of snow.
Yeah, 4 inches.
Yeah, not 80 inches. Yeah, 77. You know, the Bills, I think they were consumed with that. And we saw the slow start early. They've kind of kicked it into a little higher gear right now. And so their offense is functioning well, and they're putting together some good stops on defense in addition to that.
Defense looked solid first half. We all know Allen would wake up. The additional 5-game suspension killed this season. Ultimately, I don't think that's the case. I think this season's still alive if you hold a 13-point lead, which is a reasonable thing to do with a minute left and no timeouts, right? I think we all expect that. And then make a 55-yard field goal. If you do those 2 things, the season's still alive, and the suspension is not the killer of the season that it is right now. But what the suspension did was make the margins thinner. Not looking. Nick Chubb sucked in this game. Like, Nick Chubb was absolutely dog shit in this game. Let me see. Maybe he did more in that first drive, so it helped his numbers. But from after that first drive, he was dog shit today. Like 12 attempts, 1.7 yards a carry, 20 yards, bro. 12 attempts, 20 yards. If people are complaining about Nick Chubb not getting the ball, I don't even care to hear it. He was dog shit today. Talk about Kareem Hunt getting the ball. Like something else. Cleveland Ethan Bills barely had practice all week. They're better than us, dog. It does not matter how much we have more practice. They're a better team than us. We needed some bullshit to happen to beat the Bills. That regardless, we needed bullshit to happen. We are not as good as the Bills. We are not equal with Jacoby Brissett. We are not as good as the Bills. We are not a team that should beat the Bills. Here comes Myles Garrett. No way he caught that. No way he caught that. Dog, they dick riding so hard for the Bills right now. Okay. Yes! Yes! Okay, dog.
And you really couldn't challenge this. You lose your only timeout if you don't get the challenge.
No, he's out of bounds, clearly.
Comes down on the wire.
I agree. Not a catch.
Remember how they reacted to the Donovan Peoples-Jones, almost the Amari Cooper almost catch it? Look how they reacted to that. They are dick riding hard. Jasper says, does Priest survive the? No, he doesn't. He shouldn't.
Including one from 56 and this one's good again.
Yeah, man.
4 field goals for Tyler Bass.
Yeah, I don't want to hear Nick Chubb didn't get enough carries. I don't want to hear it today. I really don't. 12 to 20 yards. Come on, man. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Hold Nick Chubb accountable, too, because he's had 2 bad games. That game last week was bad. This game this week, bad. He's been bad last 2 weeks. 3 tight end incompletions. Yep. Hey, the margins are thin when you're playing with Jacoby Brissett. The margins are thin. You have to be that much of a better team than everybody else you play, or play that much better, or execute that much better when you have Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Not disrespect to him, but the margins are going to be thinner, especially when you're playing against one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the league. I'll never make a hands joke again if we win. Oh, you still talking about washing your hands? Dog, we offered that. We offered that. Again, you making it sound like you actually don't wash your hands by sticking on it. I'm trying to help you out. Now I don't think you wash your hands. This isn't like a catastrophic failure. It's just, hey, look, man, the margins were this thin. You probably got 2 coaches you need to get rid of, Preef and Joe Woods. Your take on keeping 6? Definitely should be down to 1. No, they should keep. They're gonna keep everybody on their rookie deal and then like the key players, but everybody else does need to go. It's just like whenever the team loses, something happens in our brains that makes us go like, we need to say the most extreme shit possible in order to like make us feel better. But ultimately, it just deepens the pit that you feel, and I'm speaking from experience, and it doesn't end up making you feel any better. It's just Cope at the end of the day. Can't let Cope make decisions, though. Rakaz says the whole D can go, even Miles, no heart out there. What did defense do? They gave up 3 points. The defense has not been the problem today, man. The offense has been the problem. Nick Chubb has been the problem. Why don't we want to talk about that? Why do we want to talk about Nick Chubb being the problem today? We ready to talk about every other player that we like being the problem. We can't talk about Nick Chubb, 12 carries for 20 yards, 1.7 per. We can't talk about that. Or are we going to blame it on the center? He's got to play better than this, man. He knows it. Against one of the worst run defenses in football. One of the worst run defenses in football. One of the worst tackling units in football. They were scared to death. Is the season a wrap? The season was a wrap last week. Season been a wrap. As far as making the playoffs, now we're just like, hey, let's see how Deshaun looks.
And James, you can speak to this as well. These players have to get back to their families to help shovel snow. And, it's not like they're going back to clear roads in Buffalo.
Did he make that?
When they land and trying to get to practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dane Jackson gets a hand on that one. It's third down.
Yeah.
It's not like everything is cleared up. And a lot of times, players after a game, they want to get in the cold.
That's the problem. Offense got 10 points. If the offense was giving the defense better support, we'd probably be in this game. But the offense is not giving any support. They've gotten off the field in the red zone with 3 tries. They've gotten 10 points, man. That's the problem. All the weeks y'all want to blame Kevin Stefanski. This is not the week y'all want to do it. Or at least blame the offense. Yeah, man. Offense been abysmal today, dog.
Johnson coming. He did not see Milano, who picks up his first sack of the year.
And by alignment, all the attention is on Von Miller, and outside, you're getting somebody who's coming off and coming clean. Von Miller goes inside, the tackle goes inside with him, and he never looks to his outside to see what's coming next.
Bojarquez comes on to punt. Hines. Good hang time on this punt. Hines from his 27. And Hines is tackled at the 35. 53 to go. Buffalo getting the football back. Up by 15.
We can't wait to yell at Myles Garrett if he don't get 5 sacks a game. But boy, you point out Nick Chubb got 1.7 yards per carry. People don't want to mention that. My heart is crushed, bro. You're legit on your game. You're right. You're legit on your game. What? Wes, didn't you think this was all scripted? Are we blaming Chubb over the O-line? We're blaming both. But Chubb is a big part of it. If you think Chubb has nothing to do with it when he has a bad game, then you can't tell me you think Chubb's the best running back in football because it's the offensive line that makes him good. If that's your argument. We can't just blame Chubb when it's convenient and not blame Chubb when it's convenient. If he has 1.7 yards per carry on 12 attempts, he's playing like dog shit. That's it. That's it. It's not Jed Wills' fault. It's not like the offensive line's playing great and he's not getting any yards. But the reason he's Nick Chubb and we pay him to be Nick Chubb is because he can overcome these sort of things, and he is absolutely not doing that today. So we can't just go and write it off. Oh, it was the offensive line that was bad, not Nick Chubb. We can't blame poor old Nick Chubb. And nobody's saying this whole game's on Nick Chubb. I'm just saying 1.7 yards per carry. Come on, man. Come on. That's bad. That's a bad performance. Am I wrong? Y'all don't want to hear, oh, the support is bad when Myles has a bad game. Q's dumb as hell because I'm saying something negative about Nick Chubb in a game in which he has 1.7 yards per carry. 1.7 yards. You're defending 1.7 yards per carry. It's a bad game, y'all. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's a bad game. I'm not saying trade Nick Chubb. I'm not saying any of that goofy shit. I'm just saying he's having a bad game, and it's contributing to why the offense is bad today. I can't say that. Come on now. Come on now. You want to blame it all on the offensive line. Nick Chubb's supposed to overcome these sort of things. That's why he's one of the best running backs in football, right? Because he can overcome a bad game here and there by the offensive line. And it's not like the Bills are a great run defense unit. They've been bad. Look what they did to Cook last week. Nothing. Nothing. They did nothing to James Cook. Cook last week. People trying to get top from Chubb like these announcers are from the Bills. It's just sometimes we love a player so much that, like, if you say anything negative about him, like, people just go, rah. But, like, everybody else is free game, right? And it's like, it's not going to be like that. If Chubb has a bad game, I'm not going to ignore it because the standards for Chubb are just as high as they are for Myles Garrett. Did he make a football move? Straight up. That's all I'm saying. If you want to convince me, if you want to try to tell me that Chubb having 1.7 yards per carry so far on 13 or 14 attempts is the line has been terrible. Kevin. Okay, so when Nick Chubb's good, the line's good then, right? It has nothing to do with Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's a product of the Browns' offensive line is what you're saying, Kev. Kev, let me know that. Let me know that in the chat, Kev. Is Nick Chubb a product of the Browns' offensive line? Or is he one of the best running backs in football? Straight up. Straight up. Because I got to hear you guys bitch and moan about Nick Chubb, but he's getting outran by Devin Singletary right now. Straight up, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is he a product of the offensive line? Because I swear to God, he wasn't. He usually plays better than this. But yeah, okay. God damn, I can't just say Nick Chubb's having a bad game without it turning into a full-on argument with people. Like, just accept he's playing bad. Look at the numbers. God damn. Y'all gonna make me hate this boy. And if it's just the offensive line, why has Kareem Hunt been able to get positive yards all game?
Singletary said he had to walk a quarter of a mile to get a ride to the facility yesterday, and he said the snow was up to his waist.
Thank you for the super chat, Alpha. Nick Chubb, look, Kareem Hunt got 5.2 yards per carry. Only 4 attempts. He probably should have ran it more. That's all I'm saying. Homie's having a bad game. Now I'm going to be labeled as a Nick Chubb hater because I said something negative about him once. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. This is unbelievable.
He takes it. Even if the defensive back is lined up a little bit shaded inside, he's going to find a way to get to where he needs to get to take the catch. And then you saw that ruffian nature after the catch, working to gain extra yardage. He fights for every inch that's on the field. I think that's what makes him one of the best receivers in the game today.
You about to give us a touchdown here?
Something that you can point to, but they have really looked a lot sharper, especially Josh Allen.
And some of that, Josh Allen, 3 games, 6 interceptions. You get a little tentative because everybody's talking about it, and it's not that you're reading every newspaper.
Thought Hunt ran better today. Why no touches? Because we got to get Nick Chubb the ball, right? Oh, did he get a fumble? Hey, man. team did not play well. Your star running back had a bad game. Your kicker had a bad game. Well, I think Brissett played up to expectations. The wide receivers did. I felt like they should have got David Njoku involved more. Defensively, I mean, same story. We stink. What's the problem on defense? We stink. That's the problem. Oh, good play. What's the flag? Oh, it's on Buffalo. Yeah, if you bad at the run game, just play the Browns. You get it right. You get 100 yards. We'll give it to you. I'm so tired of this shit.
But I think by that offensive interference penalty against Diggs, he probably prevented an interception.
So Bass already 4 for 4 today. And this is just the 28-yard attempt. Out of the hold of former Lion Sam Martin. And 3 more for Buffalo.
Our offense is giving the Bills offense so many extra possessions today, man. So many extra possessions today. Playoff teams and wild card teams are top 10 in third down conversion. Converting on third down hides a lot. Yeah. It does. But yeah, that's it. I mean, today I would say this is all on the offense, really. Like the defense, sure, they stink. That's we know the defense stinks, but like, man, the offense do nothing but give them extra possessions. Just extra possession after extra possession after extra possession, and just did not finish. Oh yeah, Baker Mayfield fumbling in the fourth quarter against the Ravens. We've seen that story before. We've seen that story before. To be fair, he had a pretty good Monday Night Football game against them, but we've seen this story before. Can't say speak the truth, Q. Boomers get mad. I don't even think it's just boomers that get mad. I think Nick Chubb has a large fan base of people who like, you know, some people like just think Nick Chubb's a really good football player. And then there are some people who think Nick Chubb can do no wrong. And like, that's cool and all, because most of the time, like 95% of the time, Nick Chubb doesn't do wrong. But the 5% he does, and you pointed out, ooh boy, do I hear it. Ooh boy, now I'm a Nick Chubb hater. Gonna go get stuff done. Happy thing. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Today against Buffalo. Only rushed for 64 yards. Chubb.
Now that run's not on Nick Chubb. There's nothing he could have done there. That was just a bad call. I mean, most of the shit. Did not show up today.
Buffalo's been just tremendous since the first couple of drives that the Browns moved the ball really well on.
At what point do you put Stefanski on the hot seat? If he looks like this with Deshaun Watson, then yeah, you put him on the hot seat. But if he does not look like this with Deshaun Watson, then I don't give a fuck. If like the next 6 games, if the next 7 games look like this, even with Deshaun Watson, then yeah, he's on the hot seat. But like other than that, nobody cares. Bills are just better, but I'm so tired of watching us lose the way we do. Yeah. I mean, we were tired of the close losses, and you know what? They've at least had the courtesy to lose by double digits the last couple of weeks. So there's that. Yeezy says, shout out Bol Bol. Why are we giving a shout out to Bol Bol? Who else played? Oh, yeah.
Offside defense. Number
Let's
40,
go.
lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That goes against the
We don't win this game with Deshaun Watson, y'all. Well, I don't know how this game goes with Deshaun Watson because you probably capitalize on some of those red zone turnover things. I don't know. This is an impossible game to play. I'm not about to get into this hypothetical argument. There's no point. There's no answer in it, so it's just an argument that's going to go on forever. Oh, boy, look at Kareem Hunt, able to get something going on the ground. Can we hire Joe Thomas, see the Colts? Haha, yeah.
To rush the passer, and when he does that, the guard's coming around, kicks him out a little bit, so you get a nice seam for Hunt to run through, and he does a great job with his balance coming through there. Tripped up just a little bit.
And Jack Conklin is still down after that last play. He's been battling a foot injury and is down on one knee. Congrats to Jack and his wife Caitlin. They welcome their third child this week. He was born on Tuesday. Back in his home state, a Plainville, Michigan native, and he played at Michigan State.
Do you think our playoffs hope? Dog, they was gone last week. I said this. They were virtually gone unless you beat Buffalo. Hey. Mathematically, you're not eliminated.
We were talking to Von Miller at our production meeting yesterday, and he has this Von Miller Pass Summit that he invites guys to from all around the league. And I asked him, I said, what is the one characteristic that makes a great pass rusher? And he really flipped it on me. He said, pass rushers come in all shapes and sizes. He said, but it's about being relentless. And I watch him play, and I'm watching it, and I'm going, here's a guy in his 12th year. He could be standing on the sideline drinking Gatorade, but he's out there going after quarterback each and every play through double teams.
2nd and 10. Brissett gets rid of it. Bryant is open, and he's got a Cleveland first down. NFL Today update. Here's JP and Phil Sims.
An 11-play Eagle drive, Phil.
Yes, it was. Jalen Hurts caps it off. What a great-looking design play. The QB draws 7 yards from 7 yards out. 3rd down back. Philly 17, Indy 16. Back to the game.
And a deep pass down the field for Peoples-Jones as he inbounds. Yes. What a catch by Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 1st and goal for the Browns after a 27-yard pickup.
You talk about impressive in knowing where you are on the field, knowing he's right along that ladder. Gets that left foot down. Let's see if drags the right toe. Great catch by Peoples-Jones.
1st and goal. Brissett to the end zone for Cooper. And he's got it for his 2nd touchdown of the day. That's his first catch of the 2nd half. After he had 6 for 91 in the first half. But Cooper now with 7 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah.
He'll go for 2.
Might as well go for 2. Why not? Fuck it. Boom.
Between a lot of passes, so that protection and moving in the pocket just enough
Bring it within 10 if you can.
Give yourself a little extra time when it didn't seem like it would be there. Great job by Jacoby Brissett on that drive.
Down by 12. An extra point would have made it a touchdown, 2-point conversion and field goal. This is an interesting decision here by Stefanski. And Brissett to the corner, shoveled and held on to.
But the hat is off.
Well, one official says it's good. The other one hasn't signaled and took his hat off.
And
now a flag is down.
Yep. Illegal touching, probably. Let's see if Cooper gets pushed out of bounds at the top. No, he's on his own right there.
Did he?
That left foot looks like it had been on the line.
Jackson had the coverage for Buffalo.
Illegal touching of the forward pass against the offense. Number 2 went out of bounds, reestablished, and was first to touch the pass. Because that foul carries Lawson down, the try is no good. There will be no retry.
So down 12 with 4:11 to go. Had they kicked the extra point, they could have gone touchdown, 2-point conversion, and field goal to tie it. Now it's going to take 2 touchdowns.
That all relies on the Browns stopping the goddamn football.
Coaching with your gut. So you're on a roll there with that drive. You come up with some big plays, moving. Now you feel like you have a chance to get the ball to Amari Cooper, who's hot in this ball game.
Cleveland now 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions this season. And would you onside kick it here if you're the Browns?
You know, you don't have a ton of time. You do have your 3 timeouts, so you have 4 opportunities to stop the clock via the timeout with the 2-minute warning, your 3 timeouts. So what I'm doing, I'm stalling before I answer the question. It's such a low percentage of getting the ball back. I would want to kick it deep. Make the Bills, hold the Bills to 3 and out if I could, because if I get the ball up around the 50-yard line, I could be looking at another 7 points on the scoreboard by the Buffalo Bills.
Browns are 0 for 1 on onside kicks this year. They have not recovered one in 6 years. October of 2016 against Tennessee. The Bills are anticipating an onside kick as they've got their hands team up front. Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox, Reggie Gilliam, all those potentially ready for an onside kick. Naheem Hines is back deep, but he's awaiting the kick at his 15-yard line. And it looks like York is setting up for an onside kick.
Do an onside kick here.
Looks like he's going to try and kick a spinner, so he kicks one end of the ball and the ball spins around.
That had no shot. He's got the same height as Baker Mayfield, man.
All over it, and the Bills take over in Cleveland territory.
So I mentioned that spinner. The other one, if you had it up on a tee, you'd kick the top of the ball and you try to get a high hop later on in the flow of the ball. Just spinning like a top there.
Bernard, the 3rd-round pick, out of Baylor. And Buffalo takes over at the 42-yard line with 4:10 to go. The Browns do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Singletary. And the tackle made by Johnson. Stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Cower have all the latest NFL scores and highlights. Well, Myles Garrett said this week we've got to win the next 2, meaning Buffalo today and Tampa next week. Starting to get away from the Browns a little bit. This, if they don't come back, would drop them to 3-7 on the year. And they would be losing losers of 6 of their last 7 games, barring a comeback here today. Here's the upcoming schedule with Tom Brady coming to town next Sunday.
What are the cats' names? Orange one's Meow Meow, gray cat's Lily.
You've got to be ultra careful crowding the line of scrimmage right here. Bills are trying to spread you out.
Dog, we ain't got to be ultra careful with nothing. We lost this game already. Everybody knows it.
Get past the second level. Now you got guys in regular linebacker depth right there.
Allen throwing over the middle.
Yeah, but this takes us out the wild card though. Seven AFC conference losses, that kills you in the wild card. Mathematically, not yet, but theoretically, yeah, it does. You're done in the wild card. The Browns ain't making the playoffs this year. They'll probably win next week. I still think they'll win next week. They'll get to 4, and I think Deshaun goes, 4-2? And then he'll get to 8 wins. What is his opinion on DW4 not fighting the suspension? Why would he fight the suspension? There's nothing he could do about it. Once the NFL rules, they rule it. They can't really fight the suspension. All he would do is put himself at risk not to come back after the 11th game if he fought it, so it wouldn't have made sense. Like,
Cleveland cannot stop the clock. Another tackle for Owusu.
bro, I'm getting out here. I'm getting hate messages on Twitter because I say Nick Chubb's having a bad game. He has 14 rushes for 18 yards, dog. Kareem Hunt got 6.2 yards per carry today. It's not just the O-line, dog. Like, Chubb's been bad. Chubb's been bad. It is what it is. Can we just accept that? Like, Chubb's been bad today, man. He's had his worst game of his career. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy that people are willing to go that crazy because of it. What fucking morons, man. So what? Looking at the next gen play, what? They lock backside. Oh, that's what happened on that touchdown. AJ Green got lost. Okay. That makes sense. If y'all gonna fight, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. You're wrong about Chubb, but the O-line got worked. The O-line sucked, but Chubb sucked too. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the O-line played well and Chubb ruined it. No, the O-line sucked, but Chubb sucked too. Chubb, hold on. Like, all I'm saying is that Kareem Hunt had, 6 carries, 32 yards, 6.8 per. So he didn't have an abysmal day. Nick Chubb did. That's partly got to be on Nick Chubb. Some of those, he didn't really have any options. Kevin's offense sucked. I didn't say he was a genius. Goodness gracious. All right, man. Y'all are getting ridiculous. All right, need athletic pulling guards for Chubb. Dog, we got the best guards in football. What are we talking about? We have the best guards in football. We have two, like Wyatt Teller and Joe Bitonio are the best guards in football. If we can't pull right now, ain't no personnel change gonna pull. They just had a bad game. The offensive line's having a bad game. The Browns are having a bad game. The center going out apparently was a bigger deal than anybody anticipated. They just stink. I agree with you, but Chubb did have 3 receptions for 48 yards. His average was hurt by a few large negative plays. On the ground, he was bad. Receiving, he was fine. My goodness, how many field goals are we going to give up today?
Steve Christie also had 6 back in 1996. And there it is, field goal number 6 for Tyler Bass. 31-16 with 1:56 to go.
You really thought that shit was going to get red, didn't you?
Take a look back at our game summary. It was a good start for Cleveland. Opening drive touchdown from Jacoby Brissett to Amari Cooper, but before the half, Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs. Singletary, nice day on the ground, 86 yards rushing and a touchdown. And the Bills defense was able to slow down Jacoby Brissett. And the Browns offense here in the second half. Matt Milano had a great day.
You know, it's kind of a microcosm for the Browns, their season and the game, slipping away from them a little bit.
Matt Milano, 11 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, a sack, and a fumble recovery from Milano. On a day when the Bills did not have Tremaine Edmonds, Greg Rousseau, and Kaiir Elam along with Tre'Davious White, who, as Sean McDermott continues to say, says he's still not ready. Touchback for Bass.
You dumbass.
Milano's thinking all those guys would have done was steal my
I said you're not wrong about Chubb, bro. Like your content, keep a blind eye to the haters and fan cynicism. You're doing great for the club. What did I say something asshole-ish to him? I don't know. My bad if I said anything asshole-ish to you.
Game in Houston, and his suspension is over. Brissett gets rid of it. Bryant with blockers ahead. Bryant picks up 12 on the play. Tyrell Dodson on the tackle. No timeouts for Cleveland.
not going at breakneck
baseman and the catch for Amari Cooper. That's his 8th catch today, and it puts him over 100 yards for the day. That's the 4th time this season Cooper's had a 100-yard game. 113 today for Amari Cooper to go along with 2 touchdowns. Gets out of bounds after picking up a first down.
You know, I watch guys like Hunt and Amari Cooper play, and I couldn't tell you what the score is on the scoreboard with the effort level that they put out. And that's what you kind of want. That's what coaches are looking for when the game's a little bit out of reach. What's going on? What's the effort level of guys? And what's their attention to detail? Are they doing what they've been coached to do? I think for the Browns, the answer is mostly yes.
It's James Hudson out there. Miller coming. Brissett eludes the rush, steps up, and he'll run. It's a room to run, and not a pretty slide, but he's safe at the 30-yard line with 1 minute to go.
Von Miller's thinking, what do I need to do to get a sack? I mean, he was free runner at the quarterback there.
Here it comes again, and Brissett is able to throw it away with a flag in the secondary.
People see a play get blown up and instantly say bad play call. People just say whatever they want to say, man. People just mad. They got to say something. They want it to sound like right, so they just say whatever. Is that what? The defense? Oh, defensive holding. Let's go.
So penalty goes against Milano. Von Miller told us last night that Brissett's tough, and he pointed out this play in our meeting last night when he had a chance to bring down Brissett when he was a member of the Broncos and couldn't do it. That was still eating at Von, and he told us, I know that when I have a chance, I got to wrap him up and bring him down. Brissett, and that's incomplete, a dangerous pass knocked down by Christian Benford. 39 seconds to go.
Would it be wrong to call Von Miller ultra aggressive and relentless? I mean, I'm watching him, and like I said, guy in his 12th year. He could be on the sideline with a baseball cap on right now, just enjoying the view. But it has been, he wants to put his stamp on this game and end the game to be the closer.
Brissett, nice catch by Peoples-Jones. No, are they saying he was out? Nice catch and a good one by Peoples-Jones. It's 1st and goal for the Browns. 34 seconds to go. Jacoby Brissett has just gone over 300 yards passing for the first time this year. The 6th of his career. First and goal for Cleveland.
Oh, he almost threw an interception.
Dane Jackson had a chance at that one. You know, James, just going back to Von Miller, I think that his positivity after the loss to Minnesota last week was something that reverberated around the Buffalo locker room. Leslie Frazier said that Von can put things in perspective so well that it's good for young players to hear it, but it's also good for the veterans to hear it. And it seemed like Von's message that, hey, guys, we're 6-3, we're going to be okay. Josh Allen took that to heart. And we saw how frustrated he was after last week's loss, but that message from Von seemed to get Buffalo back on track this week. 2nd and goal, Brissett in trouble. Flag is down as Brissett throws it away.
I think when Von Miller says that, he's talking from a viewpoint of having done it twice, being an MVP against Cam Newton in the Super Bowl.
Number 90, half the distance to the goal, replay, second half.
And then moving on to the Rams and winning another Super Bowl, and then choosing Buffalo as the next spot that he wanted to go to because he's viewing it as a Super Bowl contending type team.
Updating the standings, giving Buffalo the win, and New England just pulling out a late thriller over the Jets. So the Brissett has time. Fires and
Oh, he got it. Peoples-Jones, touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, the Detroit native who played collegiately at Michigan, calls it
You can hear his family
touchdown of the season.
screaming.
Compete. That's what you want your team to do. That's what you
Oh, he
want to
does.
see. As a young coach, you want that type of growth.
Nobody really knows.
Peoples-Jones, a little hesitation off the line of scrimmage, knowing he's going to the corner, and then give them the look inside, get back to the outside, then compete for the football, making the catch.
Just confirming this in replay with 19 seconds to go. And then York will come out to attempt the extra point, trying to make it a one-score game. And the kick is good. Well, no one was more excited for this game to get moved to Detroit than Donovan Peoples-Jones. Isn't that right, Amanda?
We only down by what, 8 or 9? 30 seconds left.
The move was official. My family group chat was blowing up. Born and raised here in Detroit, went to Michigan. He was so excited to return home and put on a show for his family. I know this isn't the result that he wanted. He said a win obviously is the biggest takeaway, but to be able to play in front of his mom, who comes to every single game, and his extended family and all of his friends who have never seen him play in the NFL, it's a really special moment.
First touchdown of this season. He attended Cass Technical High School. He was the Michigan High School Player of the Year in 2016. 6th round pick, and Kevin Stefanski said he's grown leaps and bounds for us this year. All right, we already saw one onside kick for Cleveland fail. This will be onside kick number 2. Trying to recover their first onside kick in 6 years.
And this one is going to be the high hopper.
Boom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ronnie Harrison.
Oh, shit. We only down by 8. We could have came back for it.
To come up with that one and could not secure.
Oh, well.
And it's Buffalo football.
Kick that top of that ball and just watch it go off the turf, right? Boom. Gabe Davis doesn't back up enough. It's hard to judge how fast that ball's coming at you. Because when you're doing the practice on Friday, they always kick them so that you can catch them if you're on the hands team.
Harrison almost had it knocked out. Heads up play by a member of the Bills special teams. And now all Josh Allen has to do is take a knee. What a week for the Buffalo Bills and their fans and families back in Western New York. But as Sean McDermott told us last night, this is what we do. We're the Buffalo Bills. We're resilient, and our city showed it. All it took to get the Bills from their homes to the facility yesterday in order to get on a bus to go to the airport and fly here to Detroit, a team that didn't really practice much on Wednesday because of an illness that went around the locker room, and did not practice at all on Friday because they could not get to the facility. The Bills stop a 2-game losing streak, and they improved to 7-3 on the year.
And I don't think that you can, when you look at a schedule when the season begins, and you look at over 18 weeks, 17 games, predict when you're going to peak as a team, when you're going to be good, when you're going to be a little bit flat. And for the Buffalo Bills,
Yeah, man.
especially in last week's.
I mean, there's not really a lot to offer here as far as analysis goes. The Bills are a better team than the Browns, and the Browns didn't really play well, so they lost. I know we want to act like there's a big reason why everything happens, and that it's all determinable, and that every team has a chance to win. And the Browns did have a chance to win, but that chance included them playing very well. They didn't play very well, and the Buffalo Bills, who are already a better football team than you, beat you. We knew this because we were looking for any advantage to win the game. We knew the Buffalo Bills were better. They were better. They won the game. That's what happened. that is my detailed analysis of this football game. I'll have other analysis later on. But, they're just better at football than us.